Hey there, my name is Lexi and thank you so much for tuning in to another video with me. Today is Lex Check, my first ever Lex Check. So basically the goal is to give myself a quick check or recap of certain events in my life and then figure out ways I can improve. And I'm going to try to keep it at 10 minutes so it's not going to be too long. So it's basically me, checking myself, documenting where I may have gone wrong in some things, and again, how I can improve on those things. So in this Lex Check, I want to talk about my performance at the Pregame Union show at Union EAV in East Atlanta. That's off of 485 Flat Shoals Avenue. I performed on Friday, February 22nd at 8 p.m. I did 2 songs. I did my remix to Trip. The original song is by LMA, and then I did I didn't remix it, but the beat was different from the original song. It's a cover though of Destiny's Child's song Soldier. Yeah. What's that? Overall it was a good performance. I think I did a good job of introducing myself to the audience, giving my social media handles, throwing in a little bit of humor. I said to people, if you like the sound of my voice, then follow me on such and such at LexCATL.com. That's LexCATL on all of my social media. But I did a good job of interacting with the crowd. I think this performance had more crowd participation than I'm used to getting, so that was very exciting. I think that's because I was singing songs that were familiar-ish. I say ish because my remix of LMA, parts of it were familiar, but of course, like the verses were completely original. But anyway, only thing I didn't like about this performance is I forgot my lyrics, and again, it was not as choreographed as I would have liked. So I need to check myself on that because this is the second time I've forgotten lyrics at a performance, and I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And that's what the point of this Lex Check is for today. So why did I forget my lyrics? I think I forgot the lyrics because I got caught up in the moment of singing along with the crowd. I didn't practice, there's a point in the video where I tell everybody to sing because the hook of LMA's Trip is my remix. I use the same hook as her basically. I'm trippin', I then been lost out of control. So basically everybody knows that part. My bad for tripping on you. Everybody was singing along, and there's one part where I said, sing, tripping on you. My bad for, and I was so, I guess, impressed at the fact that people were singing along with me. It felt good. I'm not used to that I lost my place in the song. Now, when you're performing, you're supposed to be thinking like 3 to 5 steps ahead as far as thinking about what's the next word, what are the next words you're going to say, and what are the next movements you're going to do. I completely lost my place, and as a result, I forgot the lyrics and forgot where I was in the song. I think I did okay with playing it off. I just kind of swayed and hummed a little bit, did a little bit of dance movements, but it was still embarrassing. I was dying on the inside. Hopefully nobody could tell. Okay. So, and the reason why I forgot the lyrics, it just boils down to me not having rehearsed the song enough times. In my defense, it was my first time performing the song, but again, had I rehearsed it, it would not have been a factor of, forgetting the lyrics. Which brings me to my next question. Why didn't I rehearse the song long enough? Well, so glad you asked, Lex. I didn't perform the song very long because I had been invited to perform maybe a day or 2 before the show. And I'm doing this thing now where I pre-plan my days. I didn't do a good job of restructuring my day to account for rehearsal. And a lot of stuff I did was last minute because of that, like figuring out my hair and figuring out my outfit. Plus I had other things I wanted to do, like meal prepping. I had to cook some dinner for the next few days. And I wasn't willing to restructure that, apparently. So I didn't, before accepting the offer to perform, I didn't make sure that I could set aside time to practice. And that is where I made my mistake. Okay, how can I fix these issues? Okay, so how can I fix these issues? As far as forgetting the lyrics and not having enough choreography for it, the best way obviously is just going to be for me to rehearse. I need to get into the habit of singing and dancing both of any of my songs, even if I don't know when my next performance is going to be. So there's that whole saying of you should be ready so you don't have to get ready. Well, I was slacking on that. Wow, that was kind of hard to say. I was slacking. But it's good to be able to recognize, you know, where I need to improve, because once you pick out the flaws for yourself, those things lose their power, because now you have something that you can put action behind it, because you know what it is that you're doing wrong, right? So definitely need to rehearse more, practice singing and dancing. I made some notes. I do a good job of keeping my vocal cords nice and fit for being able to sing at the drop of a dime whenever somebody requests. So I'm very proud of myself for that. But now I need to be good with when people, I'm starting to get a lot of last minute requests to perform too. So when people ask me for that, I just need to be ready. It shouldn't be a big deal. The only thing I should have to worry about on the day of the show is, and anything that I should maybe tolerate, I don't want to tolerate this either, but the only thing I should have to worry about right now is what I'm going to look like when I'm going to the show. Everything else should be ready to go. I should know how I'm going to perform the song. I should have my merchandise. I should have my equipment that I'm going to bring, anything like that. The only thing I should worry about on show day is probably what I'm going to look like for the show. That's probably right now where I am in my career, at this point in my career. That's probably the only thing that I should accept doing last minute. Assuming that I have the clothes in my closet. I wouldn't want to go shopping last minute. That would suck. But anyway, moving forward, what I want my goal to be is I want to set aside 1 to 3 hours each week to practice performing any given song that I have that I may foresee wanting to perform, which is all of them, obviously. So I think I could do this after my workouts, which will also be good practice for me, because that's right after strenuous activity. I'll probably be breathing really heavily, so it'll be good practice for breath control. Yeah, I've always loved the idea of singing a slow song after doing like 5 sprints, just because I'm breathing really heavy, so the breath control has to be on point there. So what I do a good job of right now, continue singing in the car, because I do sing in the car, and that's what keeps my vocals so fit and on point. For when people ask me to sing on the spot, I can do that. But I think I'm going to add to that and say that I need to put the performance tracks on my phone. So anytime they pop up in my playlist, I have to sing the words. I have to know the words, or at least I'm consciously thinking about, the lyrics that I'm supposed to know for this song. So those are some goals that I have for myself. So that's the end of this Lex Check video, where I check myself on what I need to improve on. But now I want to know from you, if you are an artist or anything that you do. Actually, I don't want to limit it to just artists, because I don't know who watches these videos, but I want to know from you, what are some things that you are struggling with? And once you recognize those things, have you taken the time to sit down and think about how you can improve on these things? And if you have, what are some of those things you can do for yourself to improve? And what are you currently doing, or what will you do to get better? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you'll learn from my mistakes and take it into your own routine of how you do things, so that you can be better. And thanks for tuning in with me on this Lex Check. Until next time, peace.